live from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball.
All right.
Good morning, Vietnam!
All right, that's how you kick off a Friday. Welcome to the Baseball Show. My name is Ron Raymond, the host of the Baseball Show here on our YouTube channel. You can catch us each and every day, Monday to Friday, from about 10 a.m. Eastern. And we go for about an hour, and each and every day we bring you winning information to help you with your baseball selections that day. And it is Friday, June 14th. It's a nice sunny day here in the nation's capital, and hopefully it's nice and sunny where you're at, and hopefully we can make it, if it is raining, we'll make it rain some W's, and hope you guys had a good night last night with your baseball selections. Had some pretty good games, had a couple of late inning rallies. Kansas City coming back to win that game against the Yankees. And let me see here, St. Louis and Pittsburgh, the Cardinals hung on to that one. So we had some pretty good baseball games here last night, and today we got some good classics going on. You got the Yankees, Red Sox. You also got Philadelphia at Camden Yards. That's going to be a good one, and we're going to go through each and every one of those games today using the Rain Report sports betting tip sheet, which you can get here for free each and every day. If you go to the website atsstats.com, go to MLB, and once you get to MLB, you're going to see a pull-down menu. Go to the game of your choice, and at the end of the show here today, I'm going to go through each game to go find a Major League Baseball system, which you see here at the bottom with the trends, and we'll see if we can get you guys some winners to kick off the weekend. All right, hey, you know what? Let's get on with the show, and let's go to the opening bell, and we'll wait for the bullpen to start rolling in, because the bullpen, they're fashionably late on a it used to be, we call it a football Friday, but you can't call it football Friday because only CFL is going. So we'll call it a friendly Friday until college and the NFL starts going. All right, let's go to the SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and in this corner, weighing $1.50 is the bookmaker, and let's see how the favorites did yesterday in Major League Baseball. And let's take a look at right now, 64%, 7-4, another winning week day. Man, we're almost at 3 weeks where the favorites have just won, and I said 60% by the month of July. And you know what? We're inching closer each and every day. This was at 55% about 3 weeks ago. And I said it's going to get to 60% before the July 1st. And hey, we were 2 weeks away. We'll see if we'll get to that 60%. 64% of the favorites won yesterday. 6-5 on the run line. 2-8-1 to the under. So you can see the under has cashed a lot of tickets here in the last 7 days. In the last 7 days, 57.9% of the unders have won, 42.1 for the overs. And if you look, let me see here, on year to date, 51.2 to the under. And on the run line, still the underdog carrying the year at 54%. So nice, it's always good to start the show with a little bit of SBI, Sports Betting Index. This is like my Dow Jones Industrial. So this way, when I do the handicapping, we're in a favorites market right now. So, but, eventually the reversal's got to happen. So the dogs are going to start barking one day, right, Mr. Norm Peterson?
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
Yeah, we'll see if they're going to be wearing milk-bone underwears today. All right, here's the... So I thought I'd start the show here today with one of my charts that I have here at the website, atsstats.com. And this is my market value index. And what I do with this chart, it gives me an idea on, who's who in the zoo and how the A, B, and C are doing. Now, the A-type teams, as you're going to hear today, if you're new to the Rain Report, A-type teams are teams with a 60 or higher win percentage. B-type teams are 50 to 59.9. Those are your average teams, right? And then the C-type teams, those are teams below 500. Really hard to trust those type of teams. And in order to follow streaks, I don't, I put some weight in like in a winning streak, like a 4, 5, 6 game winning streak, but I put more weight into a team cycle. So a team cycle that is bullish, those are teams that are 7-0, 6-1, 5-2 in the last 7 games. Teams that are neutral, 3-4, 4-3, and teams that are bearish, 0-7, 1-6, 2-5 last 7 contests. And that's how you're gonna hear a lot about that today. You're gonna hear about the 8 teams that are neutral, bearish, and bullish, and this will give you a good indication where you should be leaning with that selection on that team. All right, so the New York Yankees, Philadelphia Phillies, Baltimore, Cleveland, and the LA Dodgers are your only A-type teams. Those are your alphas. Those are your teams with a 60 or higher win percentage. The B-type teams, you can see right there, you got the Brew Crew, you got Kansas City, Seattle, Atlanta, Minnesota, San Diego, Boston. Those are your B's. So if you look at the A's and B's, it's basically half the league, right? And then the other half is all the C-type teams. Teams are, that really hard to trust. And those are teams like Texas, Detroit, St. Louis, Cincinnati, Toronto, San Francisco, Chicago Cubs, Tampa Bay, Arizona, Washington, Pittsburgh, New York Mets, Houston, LA Angels, that is, Oakland, Colorado, Miami, and the White Sox. Those are teams below 500. Now, you're seeing a color-coded scheme right here. Everything in yellow, those are neutral teams that are 3-4, 4-3. Teams that are in the green, those are teams that are hot right now. Those are your bullish teams. And if you're a streak better, those are teams you want to pay attention to, especially those B's and C's, because they come with a lot of value. Baltimore is a bullish team right now. They're 6-1 the last 7 games. San Diego, 5-2. They're going to be in New York this weekend, take on the Mets. And you got Cincinnati, San Francisco, Washington. The New York Mets are teams that are very bullish right now. So that's how we track the Bulls, the Bears, and the neutrals. And that gives you a good indication. And you know what? It's in the REM report. So when you go to the REM report, and let's go to game number 1. Hey, let's go put it on the board, Hawk.
You can put it on the board, yeah.
All right, let's go. You know what? If I'm gonna go to Chicago, you got to go to Wrigley, right? Yeah, what am I doing going to a White Sox announcer right there? All right, the Chicago Cubs taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. This is going to be a good National Central Division rivalry weekend. In fact, when you look at the standings, you can see that the Cubbies are sitting in 4th spot, 7.5 games behind, while St. Louis 6.5 game behind the Brewers. So you know what? The Cubs and Cardinals can do themselves a big favor this weekend by really eliminating one of them for the race. Not eliminating completely, but making it a little bit harder for them to win the division. And St. Louis, we'll see how they do in Chicago this weekend. And the Cardinals 7-8 in their last 15 trips at Wrigley, 6-8-1. To the under, and the Cubbies have won the last 3 games in this series. So we'll see what happens today with Jordan Wicks going against Kyle Gibson. And looking at we are talking Wrigley, so we got to go to the weather report. And the 69 degrees today at Wrigley right now at 10:08 Eastern. The wind's 9 miles per hour in, so the wind's blowing in today at Wrigley, and it looks like a sunny day. So you know what? Probably going to be a good, nice day to watch some Cubs baseball afternoon. Remember the old days of WGN when Harry Carey and Skip Carey and all those Carries would carry the broadcast? No pun intended. But Jordan Wicks today with his 1-2 record and a 4.44 ERA, the lefty. Now, the lefty is going to go for the Cubs, while St. Louis is going to send Kyle Gibson Guitar, who's 4-2, a 3.76 ERA. And Gibson, 1-5 lifetime against the Cubbies, 1-4-1 to the under. And when Kyle Gibson gets the starting assignment against a National Central Division opponent in his last 10 starts, guess what? He's 1-9. Kyle Gibson Guitars is 1-9 against National Central Division opponents, 2-8 to the under. So it's going to be a tough task here for the St. Louis Cardinals, and they're facing a left-handed pitcher. Let's see how the Cardinals do on the road against lefties. And the survey says 3-3, 2-4 to the under. And keep in mind that Gibson's last 10 starts against National Central Division opponents, 80% of those games have gone under. I'm just going to see the last 30 days for the Cardinals on the road, 3-6-1 to the under. And for the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley on a Friday, they are 2-3, but guess what? 4-1 to the over. So I guess the beer taps are running pretty good to get the bats going for the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley on a Friday, because the over is 4-1. 12-6-1 as a home favorite to the over. And man, trying to make a case here for the under, but all the overs just keep popping up here. And the Chicago Cubs 8-4, coming off a loss at home this year. And you know what? It's kind of hard to go against the Chicago Cubs here in this spot, looking at the analytics. And when the Chicago Cubs are at home against a C-type team, a team below 500, they are 12-7 straight up. And Jordan Wicks, the lefty, not crazy about his record, 1-2, a 4.44 ERA. And the Cubbies are 11-7-1 to the over against those C-type teams. and they're 18-13 at home this year, while St. Louis 16-19 on the road. And as a road underdog, the St. Louis Cardinals are 11-16, averaging 3.5 runs per game, giving up 4.5. And the Cubbies 13-9 as a road favorite. I'm gonna go Cubs. I'm gonna go Cubs in this one. Not a big recommendation. In fact, let me see what my let me go to my value index to see where the how much units we're recommending on this game right here. So if you ever want to see how much we recommend on units, go to your report card and look at that. We got a 0. That's because they're bearish. And it's a good thing I checked that, because that's the one thing we talk about in the Raymond report. What kind of cycle is that team in, right? And the Cubbies are in a on a bearish cycle. So it's a good thing I saw that, because the one thing I don't like to do is I don't like to bet on C-type teams with losing records that are going through a bearish cycle. So okay, you know what? I think this might be a pass day for me. I think this might be a pass on the Cubs. It's just, Gibson 2-8 against to the under against National Central Division opponents. And interesting numbers right here. The wind's blowing in too, right? The wind's blowing in. Maybe the unders want to go. I was leaning towards the Cub, but a bear cycle doesn't really do anything for me. And let me see the some of the other numbers right here. Last 30 days, 8-4 to the over. Boy, you know what? If you really have to play this this pick here today, this game between the Cardinals and the Cubs, pick your poison, right? Do you like the side on the Cubs, or you like the under? Everything's been going under, and if you're a contrarian, you say, okay, it might be a reversal here. What's the Kogo at? The chance, oh wow, 77%. You know what? Hey guys, sometimes in life, the best bet you make is the one you don't make, right? So I'm going to take a pass on this one here. I'm going to take a pass. I hope I gave you a lot of information to think about and chew on right there. And yes, freaks, Scottsdale, Arizona is in the house watching you. Show me the money for Scottsdale, Arizona. All right. Oh, come on, Tom.
Show me the money!
Yeah. All right. What do you guys like? Do you guys like the Cubbies, the Cardinals, the over, or the under? Do you like the first 5? Do you like a prop on this game? I just don't see anything. I just don't see anything that stands right out. Chicago coming off a 3-2 loss yesterday in Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay just owns the Cubbies. The Rays won 2 of the 3 series, 2 of the 3 games, right? It was 3-2, 4-3, and then 5-2 on the game number 1 of that series, Eflin against Jameson Taillon. So I don't know. I don't see anything that really gives me the warm and fuzzies on this game here with the Cubs and the Cardinals, except that it's a classic. It's 2 storied franchises in the National Central Division opponent. But line value -175 and -117 is my line here from the bookmaker. So, you're getting an undervalued Cubs team that 6 games has gone under. They're in a bear cycle. So that means in their last 7 games, they're 2-5. And you know what? Sorry, can't make it happen. Hey, just a bit outside. Where's my Bob Uecker there?
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, so when in doubt, get out. So unfortunately, I'm going to pass on this game. I don't see anything worth the value. And then the thing is, guys, when you're betting baseball, there's 15 games a day normally. If you can't find, if you can't find the pearls in some of these matchups, so then you just got to pass.
You can put it on the board, yeah!
All right, there we go. We're going to go to Fenway. Let's say, speaking of another great rivalry right here, the New York Yankees taking on the Boston Red Sox. Now, the Boston Red Sox going to send Brain Bale to the hill against Lewis Hill of the New York Yankees. Now, I saw earlier the weather could be a problem in Boston tonight. There's 62% chance of rain at first pitch, 79 degrees today in Boston, 9-mile-an-hour wind going out. And so keep an eye on the weather report at Fenway tonight. Lewis Hill, -160 from the bookmakers. Hill is 8-1 on the campaign, 2.04 ERA, while Brian Balo is 6-3, a 4.7 ERA. And when Lewis Hill faces an American League East division opponent in his young career, he is 5-2 straight up and 3-4 to the under, while Bayo 3-0 against the New York Yankees. And you know what's really interesting with that? Brain Bello 3-0 against the Yankees. 2 of those 3 wins were at Yankee Stadium, so 2 of those are on the road, and I thought that was pretty interesting. And the New York Yankees not having a lot of success at Fenway in their last 15 starts, 6-9 straight up, 4-11 to the under. The New York Yankees have won 3 of the last 4 games in Boston, and 5 of the last 6 have gone under. And you know what? You're getting a really good pitcher in Lewis Hill with that 2.04 ERA against a Boston Red Sox pitcher, Bayo, who absolutely owns the Yankees so far with his 3-0 start against the Bombers. So I think this is going to be a tough matchup here for the New York Yankees. They're coming off a tough loss last night or yesterday afternoon against the Kansas City Royals. They lost that game in the ninth inning. It was a 3-2, and then there was a 4-3 final for the Kansas City Royals. They needed to salvage at least one, right? They got hammered the first 2 games by 21 runs to 6. It was 10-1 and 11-5 in that series in the first game 1 and game 2. And today, game 1 of a series on the road. You know what? Let's take a look at this. Let's go to the super database right here. And as my good friend Red Fox would have said, hey, the Superman.
Hey, Fred, that's one of them Superman suits, ain't it? Superfly, Bubba, Superfly.
Superfly. All right, let's see what the New York Yankees do in game 1 of a series this year so far. And let's go game 1 of a series for the New York Yankees, home or away. And what is their record? 14-8. Look at that. 5-16-1. You know, sometimes when you do these shows and you get a hunch and you say, man, the under, and then let me go see something on the under in the game 1 of a series. And there's our calling right there, right? So under for the Yankees. What about the Boston? You know, do I do the Boston Red Sox? Because it might be like 16-5-1 the other way, right? But you know what? You got to cross the T's, dot the I's in this show. Don't leave any rock unturned. 9-12-1 to the under, and 7-15 for the Boston Red Sox in game 1 of a series this year. So I do like the under in this game here today, guys. And I think the Yankees do get the W, but they don't have a lot of success at Fenway the last 15 games. But last 3 games, the Yankees have won 3 of the last 4 games at Fenway. So that's not too bad if you like the Yankees here today. I like the under here, guys. I'm going to go under the total today of 9.5. I'm going to hope both these pitchers pitch a gem through 7. And Yankees 12-3 on the road against B-type teams. The New York Yankees on the year 49-22, 27-12 away from Yankee Stadium. Believe it or not, they have a better road record than they do against the at home at Yankee Stadium, while the Boston Red Sox 16-19 at Fenway, 19-15 on the road. And let me see if I got any trends to share with you right here. And just looking here, the Yankees on the road against division opponents, not a great record, 4-6. That's a little surprising, right? When you think the season the Yankees are having, and having a really good year, but against division foes on the road, only 4-6, 4-5-1 to the under. And what else can we see here from the Yankees? Okay. 9-3 against opponent with a 51-60 win percentage. Last 30 days, wow, 12-3, 7-8 to the under. While the Bull Sox against division foes at home this year, 1-6. Holy cow! Where's my? I need a Harry Carey there.
Holy cow!
Yeah, 1-6 only against division opponents. 3-3-1 to the over/under. And as a home underdog this year, the Boston Red Sox are 4-6, 6-3-1 to the over. And you know what? I'm going to go, and here's a nice system trend. So I give you team trends on the show. Now here's a system trend. A system trend is when any Major League Baseball team is coming off a 6-run win, which Boston did in their last game. The under is 12, 21-1 to the under. So just a little bit of a cherry on the Sunday right there. Give me the under today between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. And you can put that on the board.
You can put it on the board.
All right, the looks like the bullpen's still asleep there. Hey, a little nappy time there for the bullpen. Hey, where's do I give the bullpen another good morning and wake up?
Good morning, Vietnam!
All right, let's get the bullpen going here. It's Friday. Hey, it's Friday. We got to get this show. We got to get the people fired up here on a Friday morning. Hey, there's nothing tastes better with your coffee than with some winning information to send you on a great weekend, right? There is now in class. Yeah, solo writer says, nah, we're just in class taking notes. Yeah, all right, I'll buy that. I'll buy a dozen of those. All right, let's go to the next game here. Let's every time we go to another game, we got to have a good soundbite, eh? We got something quick. How about this?
John
Just a bit outside.
All right, let's go just a bit outside to Washington, where the Nationals are going to take on the Miami Marlins. Max Meyer going up against Mackenzie Gore. Is it Meyer or Meyer? I'm going to say Meyer, right? And Mackenzie Gore, the left-handed pitcher, is 5-5 on the year, 3.44 ERA, while Max Meyer, 2-0, 2.12 ERA. And look at the Miami Marlins. Holy cow.
Holy cow!
13-2 in Washington, the last 15 visits, 6-7-2 to the under. Miami has won the last 8 straight games. Money, yeah, they are money. Miami's on an 8-game winning streak in Washington. The last 3 games have gone over for the Marlins in Washington, so that's duly noted. Mackenzie Gore, 3-7 against National League East division opponents, the last 10 starts, and 4-2 when it comes to the over-under. The last 3 games I've gone over. So, you know what? I don't know, man. This 13-2, that's a dominant record for the Miami Marlins. But, probably talking about guys like Pablo Lopez and all that. I don't recall a Max Meyer going into Washington and just lights out. You got 2 C-type teams. The bad news is you got a C bearish against a C bullish. That's the complete opposite of each other right there, right? And if you look at the record, you can see that Miami 23-45 on the year, Washington 32-36. Yeah, the scrappy Nationals. Remember we talked about these scrappy teams. Like Oakland's a scrappy team, Washington's a scrappy team. I can never remember the third one, but the bullpen will pick me up on that. Miami 2-8 in the last 10, 4-5-1 to the over-under, while the Nationals 5-5, 6-4. -113 was my value index. You can see the -164 is the line. So if you take my value index and you're saying, well, Ron, how do you get that number? Where do you get -113? So what I do in the value report, so let me, hey, don't tell them, Ron, show them. Here we go. It's a show and tell day here at the Raymond Report, or the baseball show, using the Raymond Report. So let me go to my value report. So what I do, I go to Major League Baseball, and I look at a team like Washington, a C-type team, at home against another C-type team. And every time Washington's at home against a C-type team, there it is right there, right? That's the average line. So every time Washington hosts a team below 500, this is what the average line is, right? So think perception versus reality, and that's the line value on this game. So if you're wondering, ever wondering how I get this line value, it's think about it, right? Every time Washington faces a team that's below 500, they're similar in style. Well, then if the bookmaker's all over the place with his line, somewhere in the middle lies the secret, and the caramel secret to me is -113. So what do we tell you here today? -164. Now here's the other thing. What if the roles were reversed? What if Miami was coming in bullish and Washington was coming in bearish? This here would be probably closer to this right here, right? So this is where you got to go find the truth in the middle. Hey, like they always say, right? The truth always lies in the middle. You just got to go find it. And looking at some of the other numbers right here, Washington 5-7 against C-type teams, where the Miami Marlins are 4-5. And at home this year, Washington 13-17 straight up, and 13-15-2 to the over-under. Nothing really standing out to me right now on this, except for that stat I gave you on and keep in mind, Gore's only 3-7 against National League East division opponent. What's the? Let me go see what the run line is. Okay, probably leaning towards the run line, Miami run line. I don't see a line on this game yet. Some of the games I had to put on my own line, because the bookmaker hasn't got a line out yet on this game. So I'm gonna have a small. I'm gonna go with history here. I'm gonna hope that history is a great teacher. I'm gonna go Miami +1.5, and let's see if we can get that money here today. All right, or yeah, when in doubt, fade it, right? I'll fade -165. William says Nationals money line, and good morning, William. All right, yeah, you know what? It's the better team, but the thing I don't like is that Miami has a really good track record at Nationals Park. All right, so put on the board, and I'm going Miami +1.5.
You can put it on the board, yeah!
All right, let's go to Camden Yards. All right, a little commercial time here at the on the channel. All right, let's go to Camden Yards, where the Philadelphia Phillies, this is the series of the weekend, right? Along with the Red Sox and Yankees. But looking at Philadelphia, Ranger Suarez is going to go up against Kyle Bradish of the Baltimore Orioles. Now, Suarez, what a year. Man, he could be in the Cy Young discussion right now. 10-1, a 1.81 ERA. Suarez, though, only 1-2 against American League East division opponents lifetime. And while Kyle Bradish, 2-0, 2.62 ERA, 4-2 against National League East division opponent, 4-2 to the over. Philadelphia 8-7 in the last 15 trips to Camden Yards. And that last time these two teams played in Camden Yards between Philadelphia and Baltimore, you got to go back to 2018. And that was the last time the Philadelphia Phillies were in Camden Yards. 8-6-1 to the over-under. And looking at the technicals here, you can see the bookmakers making Baltimore a 127 favorite. I had minus 153 on my value index, so you're getting a discount today with Kyle Bradish and the Baltimore Orioles. But man, you got Ranger Suarez pitching lights out every time he steps up on the bump. And the Phillies, to me, A neutral against A bullish. But you know what? This Baltimore team, man, all they do is they just fight. They're fighters, right? And who would have thought these two teams had a similar records, right? When you look at Philadelphia and Baltimore, I would have thought that the Phillies had a better record, but no, it's pretty close. 46-22 Philadelphia, Baltimore 45-23. And I wonder how many times. So I want to see something right here. This is something that's intriguing to me right now. Let's see. Let's go to Baltimore. How many times have they faced a division opponent this year? And I'll tell you in a minute where I'm going with my train of thought here. Baltimore versus division foe. Okay, versus American League East opponent, same thing. All right, let me see what the record is. Wow, look at that. 17-6, 10-3. All right, let me see Philadelphia. All right, Philadelphia against division opponents. All right, they're National League East, right? Let me see this. 12-6, 11-6-1. All right, so my train of thought is this, right? When you look at the National League East, Atlanta Braves, Washington, New York Mets, Miami, right? How many really good teams is there? Atlanta, since they've lost Ronald Acuna, that team is basically a 500 team right now, and that's how they're playing. They're 36-30. But when you look at the National League East, American League East, you got the Yankees, you got the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, and Rays. Yeah, you know what? You can make an argument that Baltimore, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays are still 2 games below 500. Still a good. Here's the other thing. Let me do this. Let me go to my smart database. Which one's a tougher division? The American League East or the National League East? Obviously, I think it's the National League East. American League East. But I want to see something right here. Let me go to my smart database. I'm going to go to my smart database right here. I don't know if it's really smart, but we just gave it that name. But so I'm going to do any team, select, since we'll do March 1st. I know they started March 28th. And today is June 13th? All right. So look at this, American League. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to gauge it by division, and what I'm looking at right now, all right, is this. Where was I here? All right, here it is. The American League East division teams have a 195-150 record for 56.52, while the National League East division is 49.5. So that's a 7 percentage point difference. And the American League East is the toughest division in baseball. If you look at all the divisions combined record, 49%, if you round it off, 50% for American League Central, and that's a team with the White Sox in it, right? American League East West, 44. Wow, 44. We're talking about teams like the Seattle Mariners, Texas Rangers, Houston Angels, and Oakland. Man, that's a bad division. National League East 50, Central 50, and then National League West 48. So you know what? Coming back to this game right here, I think Baltimore's the play, guys. My first remember we had that poll question of the day. Phillies. When you look at one of the poll question was, when you start doing your handicapping, do you allow analytics to take you off your original perception of the pick you were thinking of, right? And when I first saw this game, I saw Ranger Suarez 10-1. sometimes, Baltimore at home, you don't think they're going to be fired up to take on the Philadelphia Phillies. I know some of the people in the bullpen are saying, you know what, Phillies for me. I know William likes the Phillies. Morning, Ron. Hey, show me the winners. Says hey, Reginald, you're not coming in at the ninth inning today. Hey, you're in the third inning. I like that, Reginald. Hey, so we'll give you a starting role here now. You're not the closer. All right, back to this one. You know what? I'm thinking Baltimore, guys. Look at that. The Philadelphia Phillies have yet to face an A-type team this year on the road. And when they do face an A-type team, the Philadelphia Phillies, what's their record? 5-6, while Baltimore's 8-6. So you know what? I know I'm spending a lot of time on this, but we want to get it right, don't we? Hey, when you do this show, and you're handicapping, you don't. I say it all the time. We're not a drive-through window here. You don't pick up your Happy Meal and take off. No, we sit you down. Hey, we get you your Grand Marnier or whatever your cappuccino. You sit down, you look at the menu, and we talk this out here. All right, where was I going with this again? Strength of schedule. There you go. All right, let's go to Major League Baseball. Yeah, good morning, Ron. There's Lee Clark. There's the morning bullpen. Hey, good morning, Lee. Hey, just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
You get a Bob Uecker for that. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. All right, let me see here. Let's go Philadelphia. And what I want to see, you got two heavyweights going at it today at Camden Yards, right? So you got an A against an A. Well, actually, Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore's an A-type team, right? Yeah. Hey, man, this is a heavyweight fight. This is like Tyson and Tyson. Who'd be a good opponent? Tyson back in the day. Let me see here. Philadelphia. Tyson Holyfield. All right. 5-6. And the average score. Oh, let me see. Yeah. 5-6. And all those games. Look at this. Every time Philadelphia played an A-type team, they're always at home. No games on the road. And what about Baltimore against those A-type teams? 8-6. How about at home against those A-type teams? Baltimore at home against those A-type teams. 4-3, 3-3-1. Not bad. Morning, Ron. Hey, there he is, Scott Kerr. Nappy time over, Scotty. Hey, nappy time over, buddy. Hey, Dodgers, you said stay away from, and I took them on the money line. I should have listened to Ron, Krypton and all, and yeah. Hey, you know what? The thing I remember that Kryptonian is that I said the Dodgers, they great team, but against C-type teams they don't have a dominant record. Man, it's just one of those things, right? But anyways, back to sliced bread here. Hey, get back to the task at hand. People was like, get back on the game, will you? All right, Baltimore against Philadelphia, guys. Baltimore's the play to me. I think Baltimore is the play. I love the Phillies. They've been great. You got Ranger Suarez going today. He's got an ERA of 1.81. Let me, one thing. Let's see who's Rangers played. And he's a lefty. How does Baltimore do at home against lefties? That's another question. Baltimore lefties, 8. Wow, guys. Hey, where's my?
Swung on and hit in the air to deep right field. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. He's done it again. Swung on and hit in the air to deep.
Hey, 8-1. 8-1 against Southpaws. That's pretty good. All right, Ranger Suarez last few starts. New York Mets, St. Louis, Colorado, Texas, New York. Okay, do I need to keep going here? Come on, give me a break. Hey, that's like Seth Lugo playing all the all the beatables, right? Yeah, Ranger Suarez is he's had a cupcake schedule against matching opponents. All right, give me Baltimore. Hey, you know what? But again, when you handicap games and what was your first, be honest with you guys, I know you guys are always honest, but when you saw this matchup, what was your first gut reaction, right? Was it Phillies? Mine was. But then when you dig deep down and you go inside the numbers and you start looking for the minor details, you can see, that, Philly has yet played an A-type team away from Citizens Bank Park Stadium, right? So, you know what? I think Baltimore's the play. After spending 20 minutes on artificial turf, we're going to go Baltimore minus 125 against the Phillies. And as Hawk would say,
You can put it on the board. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Phillies, it's the network. Show me the money. Man, everybody's coming in. I love it. All right, we got a...
Show me the money!
Yeah, when the regulars come in and they want to show you the money, you got to give them what they want, eh? You got to give them the pearls, baby. Eh? They came for the coffee, but they left with the pearls. All right. So put that on the board. Give me Baltimore. And if they lose, well, you probably should have listened to your gut instinct, right? No, I'm just kidding. Give me Baltimore. That's card laid, card played, and moving on to the next one, the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, Blue Jays taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Golden Logan Allen is 6-3 on the year, 5.57 ERA. The Guardians 9-6 at the old Sky Dome, 7-1. 5 of the last 6 games at the Rogers Center between the Blue Jays and the Guardians have gone over the total. And Golden Logan 0-2 lifetime against the Blue Jays, 1-1, and he's 3-6 last 9 starts against American League East division opponents. While Kevin Gausman 5-4 in the campaign, a 4 ERA. Gausman 5-5 last 10 against the Guardians, and the last time that you know what? So Kevin Gausman 5-5 against Cleveland, and some of those starts were back. We go back as far as 2014. That's that's an old school stat right there. That's how long Gausman's been in the major leagues. All right, minus 135 is the line, and looking at the totals at 8. I got 4.64 on the computer pick for the Blue Jays, 4.28 over under, landing on 8.92. So if you do like the computer pick, when you see the forecast, you see this right here. That's the computer pick, and then the total is I added up for you guys here. So if you ever want to compare the total to the bookmaker's total, just take this total right here, the over-under 8.92 compared to that, and we have the algorithms telling us that it should go over tonight in Toronto. And minus 171 was my line value index on the Toronto Blue Jays. Bookmakers, what do they know? 135, so they're trying to tell us something maybe. Hey, well, you know what they're telling us? They're telling us that Cleveland's a pretty good team. That's what they're telling us. And if you look at the Guardians away from Progressive Field this year, 22-15, 21-8 at home this season, and 43-23 on the year. Toronto Blue Jays, man, they got to start putting it together, eh? Did you guys know Kevin Biggio was traded this week? Talk about under the radar newswire. Yeah, Kevin Biggio now at LA Dodgers. I'm watching the Dodger game the other day, and they're scanning through the dugout, and I go, "Holy crap, is that Biggio?" I go, "Well, what's Biggio doing in the Dodger land?" And then next thing you know, it's like, yeah, under the radar trade. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know the bullpen that Biggio is now a Dodger? I didn't even see that anything, and I'm pretty ear to the ground type guy, so I was like, holy crap, hey, the 5-hole there, one got through the 5-hole there on me. All right, Toronto 7-7 against A-type teams, which is not too bad. Cleveland 14-10 against C-type team. Is that Craig's son? Yep, that is Craig's son, Craig Biggio's son, who now with the Dodgers. Toronto Blue Jays 16-11 as a home favorite, while the Guardians 15-8 as a road underdog. Wow. That's pretty good. The only thing I don't like, though, is Allen is 0-2. Now, here's the thing. 0-2 means nothing, right? That's just 2 starts, but it's a trend. Hey, I'd rather a 2-0 start, but an 0-2. I don't know, man. To me, and what's 5-5, Kevin Gausman's record against the Guardians? What type of cycle they're in? Both teams are in a neutral cycle. Now, the Blue Jays just extended a long road trip, right? They were in Oakland. They went to Milwaukee. Talk about a weird road trip. You go to Oakland. If you're on the West Coast, wouldn't you go to like LA and San Fran and San Diego? No, let's go to Oakland and right away to Milwaukee, because Milwaukee's real close to Oakland, eh? Hey, there's said to be no geography in this show, but yeah, that's a weird schedule. Anyways, Cleveland, they're coming off the Marlins and the Reds. Blue Jays versus left-handed pitcher is so bad, Ron. Check it out. All right, let me check that out. I've had a request from the bullpen, and if you're watching on the show and you're like, who's he talking to the bullpen? He keeps looking to his left, and you guys are saying, who's he talking to? Well, I got 2 screens, and one of my screens I can see the bullpen. That's our chat box. That's what we call the people who chat. We call them the bullpen, right? They're in the bullpen, ready to come in at any time. All right, let me see here. So, okay, we're looking at Toronto versus lefties, and Golden Logan is a southpaw. Yep, Golden Logan is a southpaw. And let me see here, versus left-handed pitchers. See, don't need the elevator music for this one, Scotty. Hey, all right, 5-9. And now you said Blue Jays so bad. 5-9. Yeah, it is bad. I don't know if it's so bad, eh? Home team 4-4, 2-5-1. Yeah, so you want to play Toronto on away. Let me see here. Check F5. F5, you're saying to hit my F5 key? Is that what you're saying, Reginald? Hit the F5? Hey? Oh, you mean first 5. Okay, I thought you meant hit my F5 key. All right, let me see here. Hey, try to bring some humor to the show sometimes. No, first 5, first F5. I know, I'm just kidding. All right, let me see here. Non-division opponents, conference opponents, yeah, Fridays. 3-1. All right, so Cleveland 3-1 against American League East division opponents. Not a lot of occurrences. 8-5 coming off a loss. I don't know. Cleveland's just a good team. Like Cleveland's like one of 5 A-type teams, right? Didn't I say Cleveland's an A-type team? Yeah, they're one of what, 5 or 6? I said. I don't know, guys. I think Cleveland's the play here. I think Cleveland is the play. Let me see how they do on the road last 30 days. 5-5-2. Yeah, they're better at home. Blue Jays at home last 7-6. Not a dominant record. Sometimes you got to go with your sports gut, right? My gut is telling me don't get off this Cleveland game, Ron. Just stay on Cleveland. Hey, stay in the middle lane, Ron. Stay in the middle lane. Hey, stay in the middle lane. All right. Yeah, you know what, Cleveland. I think Cleveland's the play, and we're getting plus money. Think about that. We're getting Golden Logan at plus money, and we're getting a discount if you like the Blue Jays. Yeah, I got to go Cleveland. I don't know what you got. Lean on the Lee Clark likes Cleveland. No play, though. Bullpen for Jays is bad, too. Yeah, the Jays bullpen is not the greatest right now. I like Cleveland. Hey, speaking of Cleveland.
Will the next person that sees anybody throw anything onto this field, point them out, but get them out of here. You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati.
Yeah, you live in Cincinnati. All right. So I'm gonna go Guardians on this one.
You can put it on the board. Yes.
All right, let's go to Citi Field, home of the New York Mets, where Sean Manaea is gonna go and take on Matt Waldron of the San Diego Padres. Waldron 4-5, a 3.76 ERA, while Sean Manaea 3-3, a 4.30 ERA. Another lefty against a righty. San Diego 7-8, last 15 at Citi Field, 5-10 to the under. Last 4 games between these two teams at Citi Field has gone under the total. Waldron 2-0 against National League East division opponent, 0-2 to the under, while Manaea 3-2 lifetime against San Diego, 4-1 to the over though. And Manaea starts against San Diego was mostly with Oakland and San Francisco. Remember, Manaea was started with Oakland, went to San Fran, and now makes New York home. 6-4 straight up, while the Padres are 5-5 last 10, 4-6. San Diego, man, they just they're a tough team to bet on. Hey, there's one or two teams out there. You're like, you know what? They're my kryptonite. I just can't bet on these teams, man. They own me. Hey, Denis the goalie.
Joe own the Chiefs.
Owns. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I do know. They own me. All right, minus 105 is the line. I had minus 137 for San Diego. Padres coming in on a 3-game win streak, while the Mets, they're on a 2-game win streak, 30-37 on the year, 15-23 at home. Padres 19-14 away from Petco this year, and 5-10-1 to the under when they face a team below 500, 7-9. Man, this is a tough game to handicap. Hey, this is a Pepto-Bismol game. I think I should do those. I should have like a Pepto little icon when I do these games that I know they're going to give you an upset stomach when you watch them. Man, this is a tough game to handicap. Let's see, 4-1. So when the Padres are on the road, the total's 8. They're 4-1. Let's see, anything else standing out? They like Fridays. They like playing on the Miller Lite Friday. 4-1. They're 4-1 on a Friday on the road. Coming off of 1 day's rest, they're 5-1. Any systems here? No, I don't see a system. 7-6 last 30 days on the road. Let's see the Mets. The Mets, let me see any numbers. Oh, look at this. New York Mets as a home underdog this year, 1-9. Holy cow.
Holy cow.
2-8 to the under. Ooh, boy. Let me see. And any numbers? Yeah, last 4 games I've gone under. I see a trend developing on the under here. Let me see. I think the under is where I'm going so far on this game. You know what? Beer and pizza money. I think it's going to be a beer and pizza money tonight. Yeah, speaking of pizza, I think we're going Pizza Hut tonight. Hey, do you guys flip around your pizzas, or do you always go to you're loyal to that one shop? I know here in Ottawa we got some pretty good pizza joints. We got Gabriel's, we got Pizza Hut's. I think Pizza Hut's a nice change of pace, right? When you just want a change of pace, I think Pizza Hut's a good go-to. I'm not a big Domino's guy. Hey, do you guys Domino's or Pizza or Little Caesars? Yeah, Pizza Hut's my go-to when I want a change up. All right, let me see. Yeah, let's go under. Hey, what do you think? Let's go under. We put that on the board, Hawk.
You can put it on the board, yeah.
Oh, there's the pitching coach. He says, yeah, under. Sean Glass in the house. He says pitchers are ground ball pitchers. So Sean Monet and Matt Waldron. Yeah, doesn't Waldron have that knuckleball too? How many knuckleballers are there now in Major League Baseball? Hey, the Phil Necros of the world. Hey, Tim Wakefield, rest in peace. Those knuckleball pitchers. How many? Yeah, that's probably the poll question of the day. How many knuckleball pitchers are there right now in Major League Baseball? Who's the best knuckleball pitcher right now in Major League Baseball? Yeah, just one. There's just one knuckleballer? Really? Is that who is it? Who's it? No, come on. There's only one knuckleball pitcher in Major League Baseball? No way. I don't buy that. Is there really? Says the pitching coach. Yeah, just one. Wow. Is that Waldron? Is Waldron the knuckleballer? I don't know. That's probably the poll question of the day. How many knuckleballers are there right now? Not too many these days. What happened to them, Ron? Yeah, you know what? Coaching. Being a football coach, everything. Obviously, if you ask a football coach, you can always say it's all about coaching. But Waldron is one. Yeah, it's, to me, you got to learn at a young age. And man, if you ever thrown the baseball and you put a knuckle, if you got small hands, it doesn't really help you. Like when you get that knuckleball pitch, it's like you got to fling it, right? It's like you got to flick it so that when it goes, it's just that butterfly effect. And knuckleball's, it's an art. Some guys made a living off it. All right, so yeah, give me the under in this one here, and we already put it on the board. All right, let's go to Tampa Bay, Atlanta. Hey, it's we're 44 minutes in, and we've only got must be a Friday. Hey, what's the rush? Hey, as my mom would say, here's your coat. What's your hurry? I'm not in a hurry. Are you guys in a hurry? It's 10:47 a.m. on a Friday, getting ready for the weekend. Hoo-ha! The weekend is here. All right, speaking of the weekend, Zach Lytle is going to be in Atlanta tonight in the ATL, taking on Chris Sale and the Atlanta Braves. Minus 208 is the line, 8.5 is the total. ATS forecast, the computer pick does like the Bravos here. 5.09 to 3.57, the over-under, 8.66. So Mario Lemieux right there. Mark Recchi and when you think of 8 and 66 in hockey, I think of Mark Recchi and Mario Lemieux right there. That's a numbers thing. 5.09, 3.57, 4 and 6 the Braves last 10, man. Ever since they lost Ronald Acuna. When did Acuna go down? When did Ronald Acuna go down? I'm gonna check. You know what? Just for because we are a baseball show. Let me do something. When did Acuna tear his ACL? What date was that? This year. You guys remember? Okay, yeah, May 26th. All right. So let's do this. Let's see how let's go to our smart database just to see how much of an effect Ronald Acuna has had on the Atlanta Braves. So let's go to the smart database. It's a good thing we're not in a hurry, right? Hey, holy cow.
Holy cow!
All right, let's do this. Home or away. We're going to go so you got hurt the 26th, so we'll go May 27th. Was it May or? Yeah, it was May 27th. May 26th. Seems longer for some reason. All right, June. Today is June 14th. We'll go June 13th. Let's see what the Atlanta Braves record is. Atlanta Braves record since that time. What do you guys think the record is? Okay, I got it right here. What do you guys think the record is, the Atlanta Braves? Real quickly. What do you think the Atlanta Braves? I'm going to say, so we're talking about 15 games. I'm going to say 6 and 8. I'm gonna say 6 and 8. What do you guys think? Is that higher or lower? Hey, so what do you guys think? Let's do the prices right. Higher or lower than 6 wins since the Acuna injury? What do you guys think? Higher or lower? I'll wait for you guys to post up in the bullpen right there. Hey, what do you guys think? Higher? Lower? Higher, lower? All right, one more. I need one more. Somebody give me one more. Hey, I'm waiting for the third lower. Okay, Sean Glass says lower. And the survey says 6. There you go. Hey, geez, Ron, you're right on top of it. 6 and 10. Man, that sucks. You know what? It sucks because I had him in my fantasy too. Hey, and he was big hole left out right there. All right, let me see. The Atlanta Braves, Chris Sale. I had minus 269, but keep in mind, that's when the Braves were like an A-type team. Now they're a B-type team. That's how bad that injury was. They were an A-type team. Now they're a B-type team. 19 and 12 at home. And Tampa Bay, and you know what? What's the record? Tampa Bay, the Cash Man. Hey, where's my Randy Moss? The Kevin Cash.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, I don't think he's straight cash though. 7 and 8 at in Atlanta. 10 and 5 to the over. 6 of the last 7 games in Atlanta have gone over the total. Zach Lytle, 2 and 4 this season, a 3.63 ERA. He's 2 and 1 against National League East Division opponents. Chris Sale, 8 and 2 in the year, 3.01. Chris Sale though, 4 and 6 against Tampa Bay lifetime. Tampa Bay has won their last 3 start against Chris Sale. You know what? Sometimes you got to go with your sports gut, and maybe I'm just like a Kevin Cash fan. Hey, I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. What's the? Let me see what the run line is on Tampa Bay. Go interleague play. Yeah, 115. Give me some Geico insurance today. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay plus 1.5. Take that Geico insurance at minus what did I say? 115. And as Ken Harrelson would say, the Hawk.
You can put it on the board. Yeah.
How are Tampa Bay winning games? Kevin Cash. That's all I got to say. The Cash Man. You know what? Ask me. Find me another manager who's done more with less than Kevin Cash. Maybe who else? Who else has done more with less? When you look at all these teams, I'm sure you guys got a few in mind, but I can't. And keep in mind, they play in the American League East. Hey, man, Tampa Bay are great against lefties, says Sean Glass. Oh, really? Yeah, the pitching coach is all over this here today. I love it. All right, let's see Tampa Bay against left-handed pitchers. Let's see if our pitching coach is throwing us some pearls here. 11 and 6. You know what, pitching coach? You are correct, sir. Yes, yeah. That's my next soundbite. I need an Ed McMahon. Hey.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, just a bit outside. So okay, you know what? I'll take a dozen of those, please. What are you guys on board with that? William Lamar Bean. Remember, William Lamar Bean. Beanball. Are you talking about Moneyball? Is that what you're talking about there, Reggie? We're talking 2024 here. Hey, check the date. All right, let me see here. Atlanta. Let's go Cincinnati against Milwaukee. Yeah. Tampa Bay, first 5 innings, says the pitching coach. All right, Tampa Bay, first 5. All right, let's go to Miller Park. Hey, this, I was going to say this Bud's for you, but that's Budweiser. Miller Park, tastes great, less filling. Tastes great, less filling. Remember those commercials? Minus 143 is the line for Freddie Peralta today, the righty going up against Hunter Green. We got 2 Hunters going today, Hunter Brown and Hunter Green. And the reason I know that is because I did my pitching research this morning. And how many times are you going to look up pitchers and you got 2 Hunters going in the same day? Hey, 7.5 is the total. And the computer pick likes Freddie Peralta, 4.28 to 3.7, the over-under, 7.98. And let me see. So it likes it to go over the total. Cincinnati, don't look now. They're bullish 9 days. Yep. The C-type teams on a bullish run, while Milwaukee neutral 9 days. 14 and 5 Milwaukee is against those C-type teams. Milwaukee's cooled down just a little bit. Let me see. Last 15, 9 and 6. Still good. Still a good record. 40 and 28. Yay, Milwaukee, welcome to the 40 club. Hey, Milwaukee Brewers, 40 and 28. 33 and 35 for the Reds. And yeah. Let me see here. The Cincinnati Reds, 5 and 10 at Miller Park, last 15, 7 and 8. Last 4 games I've gone under between the Reds and Milwaukee at Miller Park. Green is 3 and 2 lifetime against Milwaukee, while Freddie Peralta, he's got a lot of starts. 7 and 3 against the last 10 against Cincinnati, 11 and 4 lifetime against the Reds. That's pretty good. Hey?
Holy cow!
Yeah, you get a Harry Carey for that one. And last 10 against Central Division opponents, Freddie Peralta is 6 and 4. Yeah, I'm gonna go. The line looks a little tricky. I thought the line would be more like 161. We're getting 143. I think it's because we got this. We got a bullish team coming into Miller Park. If Cincinnati was bearish, this would be the line. But because they're coming in 8-2, they're coming in hot, as they say, right? They're coming in hot. I'm gonna go. And what do we got? 2 righties today? Yeah, they got 2 righties. And it could be an over game too. I think the over might be worth a look here too. And I'm gonna go. I like Milwaukee though. I'm gonna go Milwaukee. I think the price is right. Minus 143. I think it's too good. It's almost like too good to be true. Coming off a day game, Milwaukee is 7-3, 9-2 last 30 days at Miller Park. Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Man, something tells me this looks too good. Look at Reds' last 10 games. The Reds' last 10 games. All right, I will. So they played the Cubs, the Rockies. Yeah, there you go. But they played the Guardians. You know, they won 4-2 against the Guardians. They lost 5-3, but they played the Cubs 4-2. They lost 4-3 win, 3-2. Oh, like 1-run games, like 2 runs, 2 runs, 1 run, 2 runs, 1 run, 2 runs. This is a 4-run. All right, so the last 5 has been 2 runs or less. Ron, give us your favorite pick of the day, says Michael Cieto. I'm not sure yet, Mike. I'm still going through the process here. I'm still handicapping this. I'll give you my silver bullet at the end. I'll tell you which one's my silver bullet play. That's my hopefully it's the bullseye, right? All right, you know what? So far, nothing can talk me off Milwaukee. Everything I've looked is it just showing me chance of winning, percentage play 57, Kogo 75. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. I got 15 edges to 1. Wow. So if you look here in the Raymond report, you see all these check marks? These are all 60% or higher check marks. But the only thing I don't like, I don't see any check marks in this column. That's the system column. They're all team trends. Anytime you look at the Raymond report, you're going to see 2 check marks. You see this one here and this one. So anytime you get a Major League Baseball road team coming off a 6-game homestand, the road team is 44-25. See, I just wish this check mark was in this column in this row here, down here. I don't like that. It's small play. I'm going to give the Reds a little bit of respect here, because they are coming in hot. And and this is, let me see, this is a division game too, right? Cincinnati and Milwaukee. Yeah, the Brew Crew got a 6.5 run lead over the Cards. 7. So if the Reds want to make take a run to the division, this is where this is the weekend they got to do something, right? But Milwaukee, they could really distance themselves from the Reds. You know what? First game of a series. How about Milwaukee? First game of a series this year. Let's go back to that angle. Let's go Milwaukee at home. No, we'll do overall first, and then I'll come back at home. First game of a series, and then we'll do Cincinnati. 13-9, 10-12. How about at Miller Park? It's an okay record. Nothing that blows your socks off like the Yankees. 7-3, 70%. Okay, I just lost 1 sock. I lost 1 sock right there. All right, Cincinnati. Let's do first game of a series. We'll do 14-8. All right. What about on the road? What do you guys think? Good, bad? Cincinnati, first game of a series on the road. 7-3. Wow. Okay. And 7-3 to the over. Man, don't you just hate that when you get remember the poll question of the day yesterday? Your perception, do you let analytics talk you off your pick, right? That's a tough one. Cincinnati, first game of a series, 7-3 on the road this year. Was this down here? Did I see this? No, I didn't have it down here. Oh, coming off a win in game 2 of a series. Yeah. They had a 2-game series against that's weird, Those 2-game series against Cleveland. Man, that's pretty good. That's a pretty lean on the Reds. Yeah, you know what, Lee? Man, see, the beauty about sports, right, Herm Edwards? Hey, you play to win the game.
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports.
Yeah, it's the great thing about sports. They make you think, right? And my first reaction was, you know what, Milwaukee at home. Pretty good record, really great record actually when you think about it. 40-28 on the year, 20-11 at home. But then you got a Cincinnati team coming in hot. Man, you know what? Let me see how much is that Geico insurance. Hey, let's get that Geico insurance. I think we're gonna go with the insurance here. Yeah, give me Cincinnati plus a 1.5. This way we cover a bit of our angles here. What do you think? Cincinnati, eh? Let's meet halfway here. Reds bullpen is horrible on the road, and the bullpen is great at home, says the pitching coach. But you know what? I'm going to give them the respect right here they deserve. 9-day bullish. If this was neutral, all day, all night, I'd be on Milwaukee. But I got to give them their due here. That's, when a team comes in hot, and let me see here. What are they last 7? 5-2, averaging 5 runs per game. 5-point run last 5 per game, 5.1. But look at Milwaukee, their offense. Holy crap, eh? Where's my Rex Ryan right here?
How about our offense? When are we going to put it together?
Yeah, 2.67 runs per game. Yeah, you know what? I'm feeling I like Milwaukee, but I don't love Milwaukee. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go Cincy, and as the Hawk would say, put it on the board.
You can put it on the board, yes!
All right, let's go to Houston. Houston, we got a problem. Yeah, we want Dusty Baker back. That's what we want. Hunter Brown, right? There's the other Hunter I was telling you about. Minus 115, 7 is the total. I tell you, they just give out these 7s like it's candy, eh? It's like, back in the day, the 7 would be like, ESPN game of the night. Now it's 7. It's like, yeah, you get a 7, you get a 7, eh? Everybody gets a house or something. What was that thing there? You get a car, you get a car. All right, minus 115, 7 is the total. 4.05, 4.02. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, Tarek Skubal. Hey, Cy Young. Do we throw him in the Cy Young talk? 8-1 on the year, a 1.92. Hey, he's right there like Ranger Suarez. Skubal against Houston, 2-1. 1-2 to the under. Against American League West Division opponent is 6-4, 5-5. Detroit, 7-8 in Houston at Minute Maid Park, 7-1. Last 3 games for the Tigers at Minute Maid has gone over the total. Did I say Meg? Minute Maid? Hey, was that? Anyways, Minute Maid Park, 2-5, 5.58. And Hunter Brown, 3-3 against American Central Division opponents. The last 6 starts, 4-2. And okay, so the pitching numbers, goes to Tarek Skubal right there. All right, so check for Tarek Skubal. What about Detroit on the road? 17-16. Yeah, you know what? I'll give that. That's a 12-5 against C-type teams. That's very good. That is very good. Let me see what bookmaker has his line here. Let me see. So Detroit on the run line. Oh, there's no line out there. You guys seeing the line on this game? Oh, here it is. +1, minus 207. Yeah, little chalky. But you know what? I think Detroit can win straight up. Detroit first 5, says Sean Glass. Look at Green against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay great at home. Red bullpen is horrible. Tampa Bay great at home. Well, what are you talking about? Tampa Bay. We're on to Detroit here, pitching coach. Hey, you got a little bit of Bailey's going in that coffee this morning or what? Hey? All right, let me see here. 8-4. Let's stay on the Detroit game. Let's stay here on the day. Pitching coach, let's stay on this game here. Houston, Detroit. Come on. 17-18, 31-38. Nothing blowing me away right now in the stats. Sometimes, but you know what? Houston, let me see. Houston last, let's take a look at their last 10 games. 5-5, 4.9, 7-8. They were playing a little bit better. How about in the month of June? Detroit in the month of June, or Houston in the month of June at home? Let's see here. Let me do this. Let me go Houston. We got a problem. Houston, home or away? Let's do month of June. Survey says 6-5, 4-7. Okay, I thought it was a little bit better. How about Detroit in the month of June? Detroit, month of June, 5-6, 8-3 to the over. All right, so nothing really. 7.5, really. I think the over might be the play. I'm not laying 214 on Detroit Tigers, even though it's Skubal. I think the total is where we got to focus on here. Sometimes when you get those matchups, you're too inclined to look for, you're like forcing yourself to pick a side. But sometimes you got to say, you know what, get off the side, go to the total. I think the total is where we make our money in this game. It's just like analyzing stocks, right? You got to dig deep inside. Look at that. So Houston coming off a day game, 5-1 to the over. Coming off a game where they allowed 5 runs against, 1-5 to the under. This might be one of those one in doubt games for me. Oh, here we go. I think we're on to something here. Detroit on the road last 30 days, 10-3 to the over, 14-5. I can buy that. Yeah, you know what? I think Screwball's a great pitcher. Let's take a look at Screwball's. Let's do this. How about we try this here? Let's go back to the regular database. Let's take a look at Screwball starts this year. All right, let's go to the regular database. Stay with me on this one. You'll see where I'm going. Let's go Major League Baseball. All right, let's do Tarek Skubal. And let's go current season. Let's take a look at his starts so far this year. What I'm looking for is this right here. 7.5, 7, 7, 7, 8, 7.5, 6. Man, look at that. Every total for Screwball has been 8 or lower. But look at the over-under, 9-3. So that tells me the bookmaker is overrating Screwball when it comes to the total. 10-3. Oh, yeah, Tigers are 10-3 in his starts, but this tells me that, you know, he's not a 7. He's not a 7 number. He's not a 7 pitcher. Like Screwball starts should be 8. Let's be honest. You know, maybe 7.5, maybe, but not even. He's an 8. Okay, that's what I do when I look at pitchers. They're you know, every pitcher I look at, I assign like a totals number to them. To me, Screwball's an 8. He's not a 7 or a 6 or he's having a great year, but he's just not a 7 pitcher. I'm sorry, but Hunter Brown, same thing. Let's do Hunter Brown. Okay, let's go to Hunter Brown. You guys agree with me on that one? Do you think is Tarek Skubal a 7, a 7.5 for you guys? See, 5 and 6. Look at his number: 8.5, 8.5, 7, and that game went under. 8.5, 7. That one 7.5 went over. So he's had 2 games where 7.5. This, I don't know. When I check out the old 80% club sheet, I saw 80% chance of under hitting. Screwball 10-3 to the over. Yeah, you know what? My first bullpen ran out here like Johnny Rocker. Oh, Johnny Rocker. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that's how you make a good entrance. Yeah, you got a.
Holy cow!
That's how you make your entrance in the bullpen. Ran out here like Johnny Rocker. I love it. Yeah, the old Atlanta Braves pitcher, right? Johnny Rocker. Just the name Johnny. Any Johnny Manziel, Johnny Rocker. Hey, if you got a name like Johnny be good. All right. Hey, welcome to the Mayu face, and welcome to the bullpen. And let me see. We got to give you got a Ric Flair. Hey, you got a Ric Flair for that. Woo! Yeah, he strolls in like Johnny Rocker. Hey, sounds like a whiskey commercial. Remember Johnny Rocker used to sprint to the mound? Yeah. Hey, remember the pitcher who used to brush his teeth between innings? Remember that guy? Hey, he used to brush his teeth between innings. Who was that guy again? Maybe I should brush my teeth between handicapping shows here, eh? Start brushing my teeth between handicapping. All right, give me the over. Put it on the board.
You can put it on the board, yes!
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, you're gonna fit right in here, my face. Yeah, welcome to the hey, here's your coat. Stay a while. All right, let me see here. Let's go to, man, this is a fun show today, eh? I think today I feel like we're going more into detail. I know there's some people that's like, man, would you just get to that game? Would you just get to that game? Or you know what? Just sit down, have a coffee, relax. Hey, like I said, this show is about sitting down at the restaurant. Hey, like my buddy said the other day, try the ravioli. But Mark the Bird Fidrich. Mark the Bird. No, it was I thought he was man, who was it? Who used to brush his teeth between it? Now I'm gonna have to go Google it. Hey, unless you guys are quicker than me on the Google. Who used to brush his teeth between innings? Wendell. It was Turk Wendell? Yeah, Turk Wendell, that's it. Remember Turk Wendell? He used to brush his teeth between innings. Hey, that's why we call it the baseball show. Hey, this is why you gotta find your niche, right? You can't do a generalized sports handicapping show. I find when you generalize and you go like, today we do like CFL, we do NFL, you're just all over the place. Hey, if you're all over the place, you're not one. All right, Minnesota Twins. Imagine owning a Simeon Woods Richardson's baseball jersey. Man, the name would start from the front and finish in the back. Simeon Woods Richards, right down the side, right? Minus 174 is the line. It'd be like a NASCAR jersey. All right, 8.5 is the total. 5.04 to 3.93. The over-under 8.97. The Athletics 2-8 in their last 10 starts. Man, that's not scrappy. I just told them they're a scrappy team earlier on, and look at that. The scrappy teams don't have a 2-8 in the last 10. Come on, Oakland. You're better than that. Minnesota 4-6. Their last game was a win against Oakland. There you go. Hey, that's why you're on a 6-game losing streak. Ooh boy,
Struggling.
yeah, they are struggling. Minnesota 9-2. Let's go to tell the tape here. Mitch Spence 4-3, a 3.68 ERA, while Simeon Wood Richardson, SWR, hey, that's a better nickname, right? SWR is 2-1, a 2.84 ERA. Oakland 6-9, last 15 trips to Target Field. 6 of the last 7 games, Minnesota owns them. Hey, who owns the Chiefs?
Joe own the Chiefs.
Owns.
Owns.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I saw that earlier too. Sean, I saw that. It says here he's played 7 games. It says Mitch Spence has played 7 games. And let me check out those games. Mitch Spence, is he a bullpen guy? You know, sometimes they throw in these bullpen guys and it throws off the numbers. All right, let me see. Mitch Spence is struck out. Okay, so no, I think he's a bullpen guy. Let me check the depth chart here for the... Let me go to Oakland. Mitch Spence. No, he's in the rotation. Number 4 in the rotation. Okay, for some reason I thought he'd be like a bullpen guy. That's okay. That's let me see here. 9-2. So Minnesota's 9-2 against the C-type teams. Bearish 5 days. This is going to be an easy decision. Okay, this should be but is there anything really easy in sports betting? I don't think so. Minnesota at home this year, 19-14 as a home favorite, 17-12. Last 15 games, 7-8. Come on, you're better than that, Minnesota. Come on, we're trying not to call you the Twinkies, but when you play like that, you're Twinkies. Come on. I think something's telling me get off the side here. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? You know, when you get that feeling, it's like, you know what? No, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go to the side. It feels like Trap City to me. I think the total's where you want to lean here. I think, or you know what? When in doubt, get out, right? And I think that's where I'm going to lean. I think if you play this game, look at all the edges on the under. Versus non-division opponent, 7-13 to the under. Let me see here. After a conference game to the under. There's nothing. Second game of a series. Minnesota's only 5-5 in second game of a series. 4-2 off a win in game 1 of a series. Interesting. All right. How about teams coming off a 4-game? Was it 4-game losing streak? I said, or a 6? A 6-game losing streak. So road teams this year coming off a 6-game losing streak are 2-4, 4-2 to the over. What's the total in this game tonight? Total is number 8.5. I don't know. How about, let me see. Let's try this. Just for shirts and giggles. Let's go Minnesota. And the team total is 8.5 this year. Survey says 16-7, 8-15 to the under. Yep. Probably too expensive. And what about Oakland? When Oakland has an 8.5, 2-10. Woo. Yeah, but Oakland sucks. Hey, let's just call it what it is, right? They're not that very good. All right, I'm gonna pass. I don't see anything worth. Laying here. Give me a pass. I'm gonna pass. You know, something tells. Look, yeah, you know it's a pass when the minus 2018. Obviously, we have it's probably 201, but at the top of the programmer with that. I don't remember a game being minus 2008 in baseball. Do you guys? Hey, if you did, man, hope you won. All right, let's put on the board. Give me a pass.
You can put it on the board, yeah!
All right, let's go to Colorado. Ryan Feltner going up against Luis Ortiz. of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, the Pirates has a good record in Colorado. They're 10-5, 6-9 to the under. Pittsburgh has won the last 4 games when they traveled to Coors Field. Ryan Feltner, 1-5 in the campaign, 5.74 ERA, 0-2 lifetime against the Bucks, 4-4 against National Central Division opponents. And the Pittsburgh Pirates right now, 5-5 last 10. Colorado, 3-7. 2-9 at home against C-type teams. I think the Bucks is where I want to lean in this one. I think Pittsburgh. Let me see what the line is. Let me see. Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, the Pirates. Let me see here. -116. Yeah. Hey, you know you're having a bad year when the Pirates are favorites on the road in your ballpark, right? Colorado. Let me see. How's Colorado played at home in the last few games here? Let me see. Let's go to the regular database. Let's do this here. Let's go Colorado. Last 10 games at home. How's it looking? 5-5, 5-4-1. Who'd they play? Cincinnati, Cleveland, Philadelphia, and there's Texas. Okay. And what's the total in this game? Total is 11. All right, total is 11. So when Colorado, there's Colorado at home, and the total is 11 this year. What's the record? 2-4-1, 2-5. The thing with Colorado, it can be 2-2 in the 8th inning, and it's like a 19-17 game in the 9th. It's like, it's just ridiculous. Hey, it's like putting those games in England. All right. I think the Bucks is the play here, guys. I really do. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. Small. My Pizza Hut, 1 slice tonight. Eh? It's not even a full pizza. It's like a slice. A slice money on the Bucks. What do you guys think? Probably too expensive. Eh? Probably too expensive. All right. Let's go to put it on the board.
You can put it on the board. Yes.
All right, here's a game we're not going to spend a lot of time on. The Chicago White Sox against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Ryan Nelson up against Chris Flexen, who's going to be flexing on the mound tonight with his 2-5 record, 5.06 ERA. He's 3-1 lifetime against the D-backs, 2-2, 6-4 against National League West Division opponents, 6-4 to the over. Chicago White Sox 3-6 last 9 visits to Chase Field, 3-6 to the under. Arizona's won the last 3 games. They won last night. The final was 11-1 against the Halos. That's a woodshed game right there. Took them behind the woodshed. And Chicago, they what a game last night in the T-Mobile Park. They hung on to that one. They was it Rodriguez or I think it was Julio Rodriguez. That home run in the 9th, but Seattle couldn't get that run. And you know what? I watched those 3 at bats. The second batter for the Mariners, the pitcher pitched the same high fastball inside, and the batter swung at every one of them. I was like, what's he thinking? I kept saying he's going right back to the high heater inside, sit down. Hey, sit down. It was just like, it drove me nuts. No patience. You know, Tony Gwynn, man, what a beautiful batter he was when he was at the plate. He had the best patience, and it's just, you got to be patient at the plate. Some of these guys, they just want to, it's like going to the driving range. They want to put it on the tee, hit the golf truck that's out there or something, right? You got to be patient at the plate. All right, Ryan Nelson, -172. I had -159 on my value index. 57.4 my chance of winning. How can we be serious with the Chicago White Sox? It's tough to take them serious right now. 6-29. That's all I got to say. Hey, where's my Bill Parcells? You are what your record says you are, and your record says you got 6 wins on the road this year. So that means don't spend a lot of time in this game, Ron. That's what that means. Arizona. It's almost like a play like you're mad. Like you're mad. Like if you're mad if you take them. Like, why am I taking Chicago? They're 6-9. What are you doing? All right, let me see here. Maybe the total's where you want to lean. I don't know. 7-6 at Chase Field the last 30 days. Yeah, this is not good. Right? Not good. Give me Arizona. It's I just overvalued. Chicago White Sox, Chris Flexen, 2-5 in a year, 5.06. This could be an over game too, right? I think, you know what? Arizona's won the last 3 games. I don't want to spend $1.72 on Ryan Nelson. That's my problem. Hey, I'm cheap that way. If I'm gonna spend $1.72, it's gonna be on on Cole Reagans or something, right? But no, I'm not. I think the over. Let's go over. I think over is the play here today, guys. What's the Kogo at? Kogo at 51%. All right, let's put it on the board.
You can put it on the board, yes!
All right, let's go to Dodger Stadium, where the Dodgers lost the last 2 against the Texas Rangers. Today, Gavin Stone going up against Cole Reagans. And looking at the line, -160. I had -193 as a value index. Kansas City, let's take a look at their last 15 games. 6-9. Hey, Joe, that's not good. Where's my Joe Namath here? Did I give Joe the day off here today or what? Hang on, I gotta go.
Struggling.
Yeah, they are struggling. 25-14 at Kauffman Stadium, 15-16 away on the road, and 2-3 against A-type teams. So that's the thing. And we said this last week. Kansas City's been the beneficiary of a light schedule, right? A good schedule. They haven't played a lot of A-type teams. In fact, let me go to my database here. Kansas City, home or away against A-type teams. And, 7-11. Yeah, I think it was at home. They haven't played a lot of home games. Let me see, or maybe I'm wrong. 5-8. And what about on the road? I just showed you guys that record right there. 2-3. Yeah, so not a lot of road games against A-type teams. I think the Dodgers here, Dodgers on a 2-game losing streak, they're going to be upset. Against B-type teams. See, the Dodgers, they struggle against those seasoned Bs. Look at that, 2-3. I think the Dodgers only get up against other A-type teams, or teams that give them challenges, right? Like last weekend, they go to Yankee Stadium, win 2-3. Now they get Texas. They 2-2 against Texas. Now, boy, which Dodger team is going to show up here tonight? That's the $64 million question. All right, so against non-division opponents at home, 15-8 at Dodger Stadium, 21-14 as a home favorite, 66%. It's okay. And coming off a home loss as a favorite, only 7-5, where the average is 150-86. Home teams coming off a home loss as a favorite, 150-86. Not bad. 7-6 last 30 days at Dodgers. They don't play well last 30 days at home. So this could be. I just Kansas City, they're reeling right now a bit. They're reeling. Look at that, giving up 8 runs per game last 3 games, 6.8. Yeah, I can't do it. It's either over or Dodgers. I think the over is better. Let's go over the total tonight at LA. Kansas City is traveling to New York from LA from last weekend to this weekend. Yeah. What do the green check mark means? Yeah, the green check mark. So that's a good question. So somebody in the audience in the bullpen just asked me what's the check mark? No, the check mark here. So when you see these check marks, that means it's 60% or higher. So anytime the Dodgers are at home as a favorite, they're 21-14. So this way, if you're looking at the rain report and you're seeing all these numbers, you say, man, I'm not going to sit through all these numbers. Just give me the good stats. Look for the check marks. The check marks tell you, okay, here's a 60% or higher stat. So this way, it saves you a little bit of time, right? This tip sheet is very detailed. It goes in depth. Like, look at this. Dodgers 6-2 against lefties at home. How about overall? See, it's a good thing you made me check the check marks. Now, now I'm just going to go a little bit deeper here because now we just found something. Hey, we might have found a needle in the haystack here. All right, let's go LA. Dodgers against Southpaws this year. I'm in the wrong database here. All right, let's go LA Dodgers. Overall against Southpaws. Right here, the survey says 16-5. Wow, there you go. Hey, holy cow.
Holy cow!
All right, you know what? I'm going to take that. Oh, starting to get okay. I need to stand up there. Starting to get cramps in my hamstring here. All right, moving along. I'm going to take the. What was the over/under record on the over/under? 8-12. Ooh, might have talked me off the over there. All right, you know what? Give me the Dodgers. You talked me into it, Lefty. All right, put it on the board.
You can put it on the board, yes!
Yeah, it's not like we're taking Chicago White Sox or something here. We're taking the Dodgers. Hey, it's not too bad. All right, let's go to Seattle, T-Mobile Park. And 60% love this teach. Says, okay, thanks for pointing that out. No problem. All right, let's go to T-Mobile Park with Luis Castillo going up against Andrew Heaney, the veteran, who's 2-7 this year, 4.06 ERA. And anytime Texas travels to Seattle, last 15, 5-10, 3-11-1 to the under. Last 3 games I've gone under. 4 of the last 5 I've gone under at T-Mobile Park when the Rangers are in town. Luis Castillo, you know what? They went and got him last year at Cincinnati. He hasn't really worked out that great. 5-7, 3.35 ERA. Not a bad ERA. And Andrew Heaney against Seattle, 6-4 straight up. 10-10 lifetime. 3-7 to the under. Last 3 games for Heaney against Seattle, I've gone under. 6-11-3 lifetime. So Andrew Heaney lifetime against the Mariners, 6-11-3. Not bad. You know what? This might be a play more against Castillo here. Total 7. Here's another 7. Hey, we're just giving them out like this candy. 3.89, 3. You know what? I thought they had a good series against Texas. The last 2, Texas lost the first 2 games against the Dodgers, and the thing I liked, they didn't fold, right? They didn't fold. Actually, didn't they? I thought it was a 3-game series. Oh yeah, it was a 3-game series. I thought it was a 4-game series for some reason. All right, so they got woodshedded there in game 1, 15-2. But you got to give. Remember, we had that great understat on John Gray. It was like what 3-14-1 to the under. It was a really crazy stat. Anyways, 3-2, respectable win. Rangers last night 3-1. I kind of like that they bounced back, right? They showed a little bit of a World Series pedigree there last 2 games against the Dodgers. So I'm going to hope that momentum carries on to Seattle. The only thing I don't like, though, is they have a losing record last 15 in T-Mobile Park. And look at that, 14-4. You know what? Sometimes you got to bypass the analytics. And I'm going to go Texas. They got a veteran-led team. They got a veteran pitcher tonight. 2-7 at 4.06. It's mostly a play against Castillo, but I do like Texas. They're 4-1 on the road this month in June, 1-5 on Friday night, so not that great. 6-1 to the over against division opponents, but that's okay. I'm going Seattle. Do I need Geico insurance here? Texas. I'm going Texas. Let me see. Texas Rangers minus 187. You know what? I'm going to buy it. Sometimes, and again, and the reason why I'm taking the run line, I'll show you in a minute. Let me see. Plus 1.5, minus 187. It's a little chalky, but you know what? This is why I take this insurance. Let me go back here. Well, that's the 80% club stats. Take a look at this. Let me go to my dashboard. Let me go to, it's a friendly Friday. Let me go to SBI. And even though the favorites on the run line has not been great the last 7 days, but on the year, underdogs are winning 41% of their games straight up. But if you take the run line, 54%. Think about that. Just that extra 1.5 run, right? Just that hook. We're talking about the hook. The hook is worth 13% point more. That's huge when you think about it. So underdogs are winning 41.4%, and when you take the run line on the underdog, you're 13% better. Just saying. Hey, this is why you watch the show. This is why, if anything that if you take off anything of this show here today, just take this. That when you take the run line on the underdog, you're 13% chance better than taking them on the straight up factor, right? That's pretty good. So give me, let's go Texas plus 1.5, and let's hope Andrew Heaney owns the Seattle Mariners tonight. So put it on the board.
You can put it on the board, yes!
All right, let's, last game of the day. Yeah, last game. Can you believe it? It's been a long show, but you know what? It's been, I find today's show has been very detailed, eh? Very detailed show here today. I like that. All right, let's go to San Francisco, taking on the Halos. Now, Tyler Anderson going up against Spencer Howard. Don't got a lot of numbers here on the Spencer Howard, 0-0, 2.03 ERA. Tyler Anderson, the lefty, another lefty going here for the Halos, 5-6, a 2.63 ERA, which is really good on a bad team. But the bad news is they're 5-10 in San Francisco. Last 15 trips, 5-7-3 to the under. San Fran has won 6 of the last 7 games. And looking at tonight, I'm in the wrong one here. Let me go to the got to go to the premium tip sheet. I was in the Miller Lite one. All right, let's take a look here, and let's go San Fran minus 134, and my line value is 152. Right, getting some good value, 13-7, and at home this year they are 19-15, 15-19. The Halos on the road, but you know what? LA has been pretty scrappy. Let me see. Last 15 games have been what? Not really. 6-9. I thought for some reason they were a little bit better than that. That's because I had them the other night against Arizona. They won that 8-3 game. That was my underdog play of the day, and I did like that. All right, let me see here. Liking, you know what? The over looks good too. 8-4 to the over for LA on the road last 30 days. 8-5, 7-6. Let me see here. Against the Halos. This is a non-conference game, right? Angels against San Fran. This is an interconference game. So, how about non-conference opponent? 2-4, 4-2. Yeah, you know what? I'm going over. I'm going to take the over today between San Fran and the LA Angels. Now, the one thing I want to do before we go is I want to go to the check for systems here. All right, so I'm in the system report. So what I'm looking for is systems. And let's go to Chicago. Do we have a system here? The Cubs. Look at, okay, so I'll give a system on the angle that I'm leaning toward. I took a pass on this game, so I took a pass. The under is 9-4 for the Cubs as a home team, coming off 6 unders since 1996. So, and you know what? I'm just going to put a little check mark on the trends that I give out here. So the under. All right, let's go New York Yankees, Boston, and the system trends here. And we're going to Fenway. And let's do this. Boston 13-3 as a home team, coming off 9 runs for the last 3 years, and the Yankees are 13-3. So 2 good systems. I'm going to pass on the on that one. So I did like the under in that game, though. I did like the under in that game between the Yankees and the Boston Red Sox, and Bayo 3-0 lifetime against the Yankees. Miami against Washington. All right, we got a system here. Anytime you got a home favorite like the Washington Nationals playing on the Football Friday, during the month of June, first game of a series, coming off a loss in Game 3 of a series, and it was a loss against American Central Division opponent. They are 20-5 straight up, so that's a system on Washington. The bad news is I like Miami plus 1.5. So the system that we have likes Washington, but I'm taking Miami plus 1.5 runs. Let's go to Baltimore, where you know what? Somebody asked me earlier, what's your top play today? I think it's this one. I think it's Baltimore against Philadelphia. The Orioles 10-2 at home, coming off a loss this season. Yeah, I do like Baltimore a lot tonight. Probably my silver bullet. All right, Toronto and Cleveland. Cleveland. You don't live in Cincinnati, you live in Cleveland. All right. Oh, we got a system here on the over between Toronto and Cleveland. Anytime you got a home favorite like Toronto against American Conference opponent, and they're facing a lefty, which tonight's starting pitcher Logan Allen is. During the month of June, and they're coming off a loss against a National Central Division opponent like Milwaukee, and they're coming off a right-handed pitcher. 12-3-1 to the over. So a nice system going back, 1996, 12-3-1 to the over. So that's a pretty good system. I'm going to write that down. 12-3-1 to the over. All right. That's a good system. That is a very good system. All right, let's go to New York at Old Shea Stadium. I know it's not Shea, but got a little shout out to my old school guys there. Hey, I always like to mention the old stadium names. All right. What did I like in this game here tonight? I do like the under, and I have an under trend. Anytime the Mets are home underdog this year, the under is 8-2. Let's hopefully it's 9-2 tonight. All right, so we're going to go under Atlanta. All right, let's go to Atlanta, where the Chris Sale is going up against the Cashman. And I do like Tampa Bay plus 1.5 runs. Anytime Tampa Bay is on the road versus non-division opponent against a National League East division opponent, and they're coming off a 1-game win, and it's a lefty, 12-2. All right, hey, that's like putting the cherry on top of the sundae for that pick right there. Let's hopefully it cashes a winning ticket. Hey, Hawk.
You can put it on the board, yes!
All right, let's go to Milwaukee. Hey, where the Milwaukee Bucks tonight taking on Cincinnati. I like Cincinnati plus 1.5 run. The Reds are 16-6 as an away team on 1 day's rest the last 2 years. Interesting. All right. put that on the board.
You can put it on the board. Yes.
All right, yeah, I need that. I need to wake me up here. Hey, I need some coffee. I feel like I'm fading here. Hey, I'm struggling, Joe.
Struggling.
I'm struggling. All right, come on, Ron. 9th inning. I feel like it's the 10th inning. I'm on second base here. All right, let me go here. Let me see. Detroit, Houston. I like the over in that game. Oh, here we go. The over 13-5-1 for the Tigers as a road team coming off a win against a lefty. Let's go over the total. I like that. You like that? Hey, Kirk Cousin. I like that.
You like that? You like that?
I do like that. Hey, I do like that. Let's go to Minnesota, Target Field. Even the bullpen's falling asleep. I can't see no chat in the bullpen. Hey, wake up, bullpen. Come on. Hey, keep me awake here. Let me see here. Hey, we're giving people who says they watch baseball, it's like watching the paint dry. Come on, we can't let them have that. Hey, we can't let them have that. I need to play my music here. All right, let me see here. Oh, Detroit and Minnesota. Hang on here. All right, here we go. Minnesota, the under. Look at that. Oh, we got a couple of trends here. When Oakland's a road team versus non-division opponent against American Central opponent, coming off a 4-run loss, and it was a loss as an underdog, a road loss as an underdog, 2-15-1 to the under. I know I passed on that game. That's a pretty good trend right there in the under tonight between Oakland and Minnesota. Let's go to Pittsburgh, Colorado. And man, remember, this is probably the longest show I've ever done, an hour and a half. It's supposed to be an hour show. Hey, that's okay. Giving you guys great information for the weekend. Anytime you got a home favorite playing on a Friday during the month of June on 1 day's rest, coming off a day game, and they're coming off 2 overs, 13-2 to the over, and that's the Colorado Rocky game. And I like Pittsburgh, and I think I might like the over now a bit better. Got a system on the over. That's a system play on the over. All right, let's go to Arizona, Chase Field. And on that game, I did like the over also. Let's scroll down to the bottom. And wow, Chicago White Sox as a road team versus non-conference opponent before a non-conference game scored 3 or more runs for last game, and they coming off a road win as a favorite last night at Seattle, 20-5 straight up. So we do like the White Sox here on the system, the trend. It's the team trend, not a system. So know the difference between a team trend and a system. All right, let's go to LA Dodgers taking on Kansas City. I'm on the Dodgers here. I was on the fence on this one, but I'm taking the Dodgers. Anytime the Dodgers are a home team versus American League West Division opponent last 4 years, 24-7 straight up. And let's put that on the board.
You can put it on the board. Yes.
And let's go to Seattle. And the over 9-3 for the Rangers as a road team coming off a win against a National League West Division opponent. Put that on the board.
You can put it on the board. Yes.
And the last one, San Francisco against the Halos. And I do like, you like that? I do like the over in this game. Do I got an over trend? I should. No, it's all under. Look at this. All right, when San Francisco's a home team last 3 years before a non-division game, coming off an over and coming off a home win, 13-4 straight up, 3-13-1 to the under. But look at this one. San Francisco is a home team playing on a friendly Friday before a non-division game, coming off a series win, and it was a win against a National Central Division opponent. Since 1996, they are 12-0 straight up. All right, let's get to the 80% club stats.
We're talking about practice. Not a game. We're talking about practice. Practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
All right, I'm going to give you guys my silver bullet play of the day, and here's the stat to go with it. When the Baltimore Orioles are a home team the last 2 years, and they lost their last game by 3 runs exactly, they are 2-10 straight up, and you can put that on the board.
You can put it on the board. Yes.
All right, man, a lot of information today. A lot of information, a lot of good stuff. And hey, you know what? When you do a baseball show, what do you guys expect, right? It's if I'm going to do something, it's going to be quality over quantity, right? Well, you're probably getting both today. You're getting quantity and quality. You said it backwards. What did I say backwards? 10-2. Yeah. What did I say? I'm getting in the 13th inning here. I'm getting a little bit long. No, I said 10-2 straight up. Didn't I say 10-2? Baltimore is 10-2 straight up. Let me see here. Now I'm going to have to go back and fact check. Hey, I'm going to have to watch the show again. Makes me sure I can't leave on a friendly Friday, making sure I got the right old school stat. Oh, 2-10. Okay, I might have I'm not going to use my age as an excuse here, but let me see. When Baltimore is a home team, okay, take two. When Baltimore is a home team, if I'm going to do it, I got to do it right.
We talking about practice.
When the Baltimore Orioles are a home team during the last 2 years, lost their last game by 3 runs or more, they are 10-2 straight up, and you can put that on the board.
You can put it on the board. Yes.
There you go. We got it right, eh? That's it. We put the ball in the tee, and that's how you hit it. Don't worry, you guys were good. Yeah, the guys were good. All right, guys. Hey, you know what? Good show today. Lot of information. You can put it on the board. And if you're interested in the membership, if you want to see the information I give you guys, you can also have access to this. All you got to do is go to atsstats.com. And the membership says it right there. It's $4.99 for the day, the week, and $19.99 for the month, and $99 for the year. And we cover every sport. The only sport I don't cover is college basketball. And the reason why we don't cover college basketball, there's just too many games, and it's when you're a one-man show and the budget's a little tight. I can't afford another server to put on all those college basketball stats. I can do college football because it's once a week, but I can't do college basketball when you get 150 games a day. The site would be a snail. You would just crawl on this website. All right, guys, have a great weekend. I know I will. We got a big game this weekend, so we're hoping to win that. And I'll be back on Monday with another edition of the Rain Report. Harry Carey, let's get to the 7th inning stretch.